All right, so the next one we're going to do is we're going to have the ball kind of fall, bounce, 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 and roll over. So once again, we're going to go up to Layer, New, Shape Layer, Add, let's say Ellipse, Fill, and for this one, we're going to make the fill a different color by opening that, see what this little red guy is, we're going to make it green. Okay, I'm going to rename this circle green. So first thing I want to do, we're going to say anchor point. I'm going to hit A on the keyboard. Hold down Shift, going to hit P. Hold down Shift, S. I'm going to start by taking my green ball and put it over here. Going to once again, I'm going to move the anchor point to the bottom. Oops. Move the anchor point to the bottom of the green ball by hitting Y on the keyboard and dragging my anchor point to the bottom. Zoom out a little bit here. All right, so what I want to do is I'm going to move out about 4 frames. I'm going to keyframe everything. I'm going to make the position move back forward a little bit. And I'm going to move up another 4 frames. I'm going to keyframe everything. I'm going to change the position to falling. Move up another keyframe, 4 keyframes, keyframe everything. Move the position, whoops, move the position to the left. Go up again. Another 4 frames. Keyframe. Up again. Another 4 keyframes. Left again. So right now, I go straight, 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 straight. Okay. So what we want is to have some bounce going on there. Boing, boing. Actually, maybe one more. 4. Okay. So we want to get some bounce going on with this these keyframes falling. Really, as I look at this keyframe, we're going to delete that one. There we go. So I have a straight line like that. Okay. So I need to get these lines having some curve. So I'm going to go into my pen tool. Going to my pen tool. I'm going to click on the Convert Vertex tool. Click there. And you'll see I can grab each one of these little handles. Now this one doesn't need, whoops. This handle can be straight. This handle, there we go. So now we have a little bit of a zoo. Okay. Then I'm going to click the vertex tool here, and I'm going to get some bounce action there. So you can see the ball's going to, it's going to hit. Bounce. And here, I'm going to open up some, whoops, I'm going to open up some of these keyframes a little bit, spacing by just selecting. These keyframes, we're just going to drag a little bit, give myself a little more space. Okay. So then this next set of keyframes, kind of my position, little vertex guy. Let's see exactly what I'm doing here. I'm taking the vertex guy and see as I scroll over it, click there. That, grab this one, give it a nice, oops, I hold down the Option key, see, watch what happens here. If I don't hold down the Option key and I grab this, see how it's wiggling on both sides? Well, if I hold down the Option key and I grab this, then it's only affecting this one, which is what I want. So what I did is made this hump a little big, and this one's a little smaller. So if I fit the frame, you see what I'm getting is a bounce, bounce, and then it's going to roll forward. Okay. Very good. Now, let's get the squashing and stretching happening. What's going to happen here is as it's falling down to there, I go into my scale again, I'm going to unlink them. I'm going to click on this keyframe, put the scale. I'm going to open that up so it's falling a little bit, make it about 120, and make it 80. So that way, it's kind of falling and stretching just a hair. Okay. Now, what we want to do here is I want, when he actually hits, to have some squish. So what I'm going to do is drag this open a little bit. I'm going to take this keyframe and move it forward, or excuse me, backwards, one frame by just clicking, dragging it forward. Then what I'm going to do is take keyframe again, and I'm going to make it 120 and 80. So that way, when it hits, you can see that it squishes downward. Excuse me. Okay. So after it hits the initial smush, it needs to, as it's flying upwards, once it gets to about, excuse me, once it gets to about this part of the curve, I'm going to keyframe the scale again, and I'm going to make it say 80 and 120. So what's happening is it goes, hits squish, flies back up, and as it's flying up, it's stretching to the top. See that? It's going to go boing, up, 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 up. And it's going to start to fly down here. Once again, I need it to kind of smush a bit when it hits the bottom. So I'm going to take the keyframe that says 100, 100 right now. I'm going to move it back one frame. Keyframe again, and I'm going to make everything say not as much of a squish as before. So it goes smush, stretch, smush, and here it needs to stretch, so I keyframe again. And make this 110, and this would be 90. And once again, it comes down here. Take this keyframe, back it up one, keyframe, and we'll make maybe this be 105. This would be 95. Squish. And then it goes back to being right about here. We could make it, let's say, 105. Whoops, 105. Oh, I'm not going to keep it. 105. 95. And it's here, it should be 100 and 100. Test that. Squish, squish. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all my scale keyframes. And I'm going to right click, keyframe assist easy ease. Good. And then for the, let's check that out first. Now, as this is falling here, what I want to do is I want to select these two keyframes and add some easy ease. And then go into my graph editor. What I want is for this ball as it's falling, it would be a little slower at the beginning. Oops. Okay. Make sure I hit my selection tool and click only the first keyframe that I want to work on, which is this guy. And then I'm going to stretch that so it's a little slower and it picks up speed. There. And then when it bounces here, we want this to be a little faster. So we're going to get that up in there. Woo! Okay, let's check that out. And then the last one, I'm noticing, oops, what I want for the position is I'm going to keep easy ease that as well. Keyframe assist easy ease. And I go to my graph editor. And right here, I want it to be a little faster at the beginning and then really slow down. Oops, really slow down at the end. And then what I could also do is I could take this position and take its one keyframe